I've given these seeds everything. I've given them a winter in the fridge, specialized deep root chambers, and even a climate-controlled humidity wrap. Their response? Total, absolute silence. Today we are talking about my 4-month battle with the frustrating, historical and legendary Good King Henry. It's a plant that used to be in every garden in the UK, but trying to grow it today feels like trying to solve a 500-year-old puzzle. Long before supermarkets, we had this. Historically, Good King Henry was a staple across Britain and Europe. It earned the nickname Poor Man's Spinach because it was so reliable and easy to grow once established. It's a perennial, you plant it once and it feeds you for a lifetime. But for some reasons, we stopped growing it. I wanted to bring a piece of that history back to my garden. So why go for all this trouble for one plant? Because it's a perennial powerhouse with a triple harvest. The shoots, you can peel the young stems as they taste remarkably like asparagus. The leaves, early spring greens that cook just like spinach. The seeds, it's a relative of quinoa. You can harvest the seeds as a grain. But first, you have to get the thing to actually sprout. Here was the strategy. Good King Henry has a sensitive root that hates being moved. To avoid transplant shock, I used paper towel cores. The plan was to give the roots plenty of depth and then plant the whole biodegradable tube directly into the soil. I didn't just throw them in the dirt though. I created a home laboratory. I wrapped the cores in plastic cling film to lock in moisture and keep them in damp water tubes to create a high humidity microclimate. I even did the fridge trick. Round 2. Different light, different temperatures, more babysitting. The result? Absolute silence. I've spent since February starting at cardboard tubes full of dirt. It turns out, Good King Henry seeds are notoriously fluffy. If they aren't fresh off the plant, they would rather stay asleep forever. I'll be honest with you. Few weeks ago, I was ready to walk away. I would spend months on this, and the total lack of life in those trays was demoralizing. I actually went online specifically looking for a cheat code. I searched everywhere for a pre-grown plant I could just buy, but there was nothing. No one had them. It felt like universe was telling me that if I couldn't grow it from a seed, I wasn't meant to have it. I almost gave up for good. Then, this morning, I decided to go for one off-chance browse. I hopped on eBay, and there it was, a fresh auction from a grower in Glasgow. I didn't even look at the bidding history. I didn't watch the item. I saw that buy it now button and I clicked it so fast I nearly broke my mouse. They are ordered. They officially come in. I've bypassed the germination headache and I'm taking a shortcut back to the 16th century by buying success from Scotland. Honestly, I'm feeling optimistic. History tells us the plant was everywhere for a reason. I'm fairly certain that once I get these Glasgow plants established and they finally feel at home, they're going to start spreading through the garden like a weed. But hey ho, that's exactly what I want. A garden full of Pursman spinach, perennial asparagus and quinoa. I will take that with any day of the week. Stay tuned for unboxing and transplanting to see if my theory actually works. Have you ever done anything right and still had a total fail? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.